Hi, everybody. Thanks again for having me, Norbert. Uh, yes, yeah. Oh, I could hear you. You may hear me.
Okay, is that better? Yes, now we can hear it. All right, let me start over. Welcome everybody to the first 32 no, the first stream we have of the round of 32. So this is the first round, first proper round of season 8 of the TTS MCP League. This is the first set of rounds of the cuts. So this is after the Swiss rounds are over. These people are all playing now in a single elimination set of rounds. This is the first round. And with me tonight is the ever wonderful Jonah. Jonah is a really special guest. He's filling in for Huggy Bear, who's off living his best life, actually. And Jonah is a great guest because he is not only one of the organizers for the TTS League, but also was one of the finalists. Sadly, he did not make it through his round of 32, but at least we have him here for his expert commentary and insights. Say hello, Jonah, again.
Hello, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, let us know if you can't hear him. So, who we have tonight is Pat Dunford from England, and he is playing his Guardians list with the ever maligned Thanos, with rocking the Rarity and Space Gems. And what's great is he's playing into a different country, outside of Europe even this time. He's playing into Vodkablitz, who's from Montreal. Montreal has apparently a very strong community growing there. And so Vodkablitz is playing a X-Men roster with the new troublemaker in the meta, Malekith. So, Jonah, what do you make of these two pretty I don't know, heavy hitters in the meta right now?
Yeah, I'm intrigued whether Vodkablitz is going to take Malekith or not.
Mm.
This week's Across the Bifrost After the Credit is about how to deal with Malekith, and Pat seems to think he has some ideas. So we will see whether Malekith comes out.
Yeah, exactly. I've been informed that they've chosen 16 threat. Let's see. I'm looking at the dice rolls. It looks like Vodka Blitz won the priority roll. So we have to take a look at what their crises are, but they are playing 16 threat. So that's Pat who's chosen 16 threat. And the crises are Research Station and Mutant Madmen. Can you guess from those choices who took secures?
Uh, I think Vodkablitz picked his extract and got Research Station, I think.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I don't think Pat ran Mutant Madmen, actually.
Yeah, that's my point then. So can we say that
Yeah,
it was Vodka Blitz who picked the secures?
I think that would be the case, yes.
Woohoo! Okay, so we have Vodka Blitz who ended up picking secures. We went into Mutant Madmen, and Pat ended up picking Research Station, which is 16. And I think that speaks a lot about why he might have chosen 16, because Thanos wants to bunch up on the middle and bully it.
Yeah, I think Pat almost certainly takes Star-Lord, Rocket, Groot, and Thanos. Oh, here we go. I
Here we
can hear
go.
some noise.
Yeah, we're going to find out now. Let me pull back and see what everybody took.
Pat has been quite clear that he is all Thanos all the time.
All right, let's start with Vodkablitz. Because I happen to be... No, it is Pat's side, sorry. It is Thanos, with, as I said, mine is Space Gems. Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot. So very classic lineup at the 16 point, which is very likely why he chose it. Escort to Safety, interesting card. Follow Me, one of the most used cards now in the current meta. We Are Groot is an obvious one. Deadly Duo, also obvious. And Fall Back is an interesting choice. Any reaction to those particular choices of tactics cards?
Yeah, I mean, we are Groot, obviously, to try and heal Thanos. I think Pat is expecting, or was expecting, Malekith, who does seem to be there, and that's why he's gone for Escort to Safety and Fallback, try and minimize the effectiveness of the big cat.
Yeah. So we have on the X-Men side Storm, which is natural. Malekith, as we mentioned. He picked X-23, which is a great beater, especially on such a tight scenario. And interestingly, Beast as well. Cards were Fallback, so he's got the same one there. Exceptional Healing, which is standard. Brace for Impact, pretty standard. Sacrifice, another very popular card these days. And Warpath, that's a nice one. Any thoughts about these cards in the lineup?
Yeah, I think Beast is there because of Mutant Madmen. He's great at that. He can dash to Pat's side of the board and try and flip it if he wants. Exceptional Healing is obviously only going to get used on X-23, so I wouldn't be surprised maybe if Pat just tries to ignore her as much as possible and focus on other people. Oh, is this terrain going to...
Yeah, so we have a size 4 building here right in the middle. Size 3 over here on the side. This is a size 4 truck, a lot of size 4s. And so people who could orient themselves right down the middle are the research station tokens. And then here at the bottom of the screen and the top of the screen are the Mutant Madmen traps. And like Jonah alluded to, these are pay to flips. So once they've been flipped successfully, you can walk away from them and still control them for 1 point each. And you need to roll on your physical defense to be able to flip it successfully. And this is the one where if you're controlling a trap and enemy characters are within 2 of it, at the end in the cleanup round, you can pick one of them to suffer a damage and gain a power.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't anticipate that happening too much. I think they'll probably flip their own and then run towards the researcher because of how much researcher warps the game.
That is so true. I predict exactly the same thing. Once the secures are kind of taken care of in these kinds of situations, everybody tends to focus on the researcher. And that's because it's hard to keep control of him. And he's worth 2 points, or she. We never really got to the bottom of that. So maybe I'll use they. But if you move it forward, after you control it, you get to move it too. If you move it twice, at least, it gets to. If you move it towards the opposite side of the table, towards the evacuation point, then you get another 2 points. So it's 4 on the table, just from the so-called extract scenario.
I think this size 4 building is in a very good position for Pat because I think he can stand on the researcher without Malekith being able to turn 1 charge.
That's a great point because is Malekith size 2 or 3?
He's size 4 and he's got flight, so he can get up there, but I don't think he can land in a position where he'll be in range to immediately attack the center.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Just because of the way the tool is going to fall down, does it mean?
Yeah, because his base is too big to go in front of that building. I think he would have to land on the building.
Okay. So it's likely that Pat rotated the map to suit him there, since he went second, or lost priority, I should say. And so it would be interesting to see if that pans out, but I can see what you mean. So real quick, X-23 was on the bottom of your screen, moved up, flipped the trap successfully, and then has moved herself within 2 of Malekith. And I think that's because one of his... it's one of his abilities, right?
It's the Storm leadership. Yeah, that's going to get around the point I was just making about him needing to kind of not be in a position to charge. He can just jump in front of X23. And that Storm hop on Malekith is huge. It's so far.
Right, so that's why we were within 2. So he's moved X23 within 2 of Malekith for the X-Men affiliation jump. Perfect.
I think Pat would be quite happy to be going last here on Researcher because he'll want Thanos to just move up and move everyone on.
Right, because Thanos' abilities are also size independent, so size 4 doesn't matter. It's interesting to know about Malekith being size 4. That doesn't surprise me, but I just never really kind of thought through that so far with him in the meta. Right, so Pat's moved Rocket up, secured that trap, I think. No, he failed. Look, he failed. He only gets to roll 2 dice. Rocket only has 2 physical dice and failed. So a little unlucky there, but I'm sure Pat has a backup plan. Groot is just next to him. Thanos is right down in the middle, as we'd expect, and Star-Lord is securing the left side of the flank. Meanwhile, we had X-23 at the very bottom, Storm next, a little bit to the left of center, Malekith right down the middle, and then Beast is securing the right side of the flank, or the top of the screen for everybody. What are we drinking tonight, Jonah? Starting our weekend off?
0% Perlenbacher.
Perlenbacher.
I presume is that German?
Well, I'm sure the name is insistent. It's probably trying to appeal to like a German sensibility, but I'm pretty sure that's brewed in the United Kingdom. I've seen it before. Isn't it from Lidl?
It is, yeah. So they do an alcohol version and then the alcohol-free one, which is what I drink.
Yeah. I decided to splurge a bit because like I said, we're just about to embark on a 3-day weekend here in the UK. So I'm having a margarita on this beautiful, sunny, and warm day here. Man, I love margaritas. God damn. That's tasty. Right. So what's happened here? Storm has moved to the bottom, protecting, I guess, that trap from being flipped as easily. I'm not sure why, though. Unless she's going to go after Rocket later. But, with Groot right there, that's going to be a hard task.
She attacks with energy, though, doesn't she?
She does.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Vodkablitz has sensed that Pat was going to have to send Groot up because he missed that flip with Rocket Raccoon.
Yep.
So now she'll try and set the tree on fire with her lightning.
That's great. Oof! He barely flips it. Groot barely flips it, but he does do it, and that's all that matters. And Groot is within 2 of Rocket, so that bodyguard ability is online.
I think Beast's in an interesting conundrum here because, here we go. He's just going to go for the back one.
Okay.
A medium. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say a medium move, medium base is normally quite good for stealing your opponents, but Beast is vulnerable to energy as well, so I don't think he wanted to go and park himself in front of Star-Lord.
Yeah, precisely. So he has successfully flipped his home trap, and now is looking to, in his boundless way, pop over and try to contest that researcher. That's a really nice move, actually.
Yeah, I think he's there, isn't he? I can't quite see, but it looks
good, but we won't know until somebody actually puts the stick down. But it looks good. Oh, wait, maybe the little marker will be there over his head, right? Yeah. Yep, he's fine. Right. So just as you predicted, Star-Lord's going to try to flip that trap and then blast Beast. Let's see which one Pat does first. Is that your little one coming in for some...
it's my little one, my little cat,
Oh, it's
not
a
my
cat.
little child.
Okay. Right. So that was another barely successful flip, but Starlight has flipped the home trap over there, and I suppose now he's going to. Thank you, Pat, with the arrows showing us who's attacking and who's the target. It is professional streaming quality right there. Ooh, not a great. Eee. Whew. 3 skulls off the bat. Looks like 2 hits, 1 save, so maybe 1 damage going into Beast. Yeah. There we are. Yes, Gil. Welcome, Gil, from Denmark. Gil and I are making plans to go see Adepticon next year again. Room block is opening up this Monday evening. If anybody's interested in going, be sure to get online and nab that hotel room. I encourage anybody who can make it to Adepticon to go. It was a fantastic show, completely miniatures dedicated, no other kinds of games there, and loads of painting competitions on top of all the gaming and stuff, all the kind of fun activities they got going on there. Really great show. So that is Malekith. He did not, well, I guess, well, there's the hop, right? So he's hopped in front of X23, and so now he's looking to do his first move, and it looks like he will. Hey, it's Ominous Protocol. Hey, Charles. Yeah, Charles was at that Adepticon too, and had a fantastic time. We played against each other. It was great. Right, so Malekith has moved up and is within 2 of Groot. Well, let's see. Groot's pretty tanky, but Malekith is known for his ability to take down people, so let's see.
Malekith attacks energy as well. Oh my word.
Oh, Pat didn't want to see that. Yikes. Ooh, that's that's a pierce. 1 is a 4, 7 with a pierce against 2 saves, so that'd be 6 damage going through. Wow.
I think Pat's using his winging it here. Yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay, yeah. Sure enough. Oh, great. So 5 damage going through. He got another save. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Good to see you all. Dizzard's in the house. Dizzard, one of the lead TO, and the face of the league currently, here and gracing us with his presence. And he's saying he's going to try to get to Adepticon this coming year. Yeah, in 2023, he means. Fantastic, Dizzard. We need to see each other. Looks like is it a push or a throw that Malekith has? Because he just moved Groot short.
Yeah, it's because he did damage off ferocity, his charge. He gets to throw.
It was a throw, is it? Okay.
Yeah, Groot took an extra damage.
From what?
I think he hit a lamppost or something.
Oh, okay.
Which deleted now.
All right, gotcha. Okay, so he's down to 1 hit point, which is not something you see so early in a game, typically with Groot.
No, I really like that play, actually, from Vodkablitz. I think he's realised there's no point trying to go for the researcher because Thanos will just stop him, and he's just going to try and murder all of Thanos' friends.
Yes. Interesting.
Which,
go on.
With this roll...
That's 3 hits, and that's the end of him. Now, that was because he had a charge, so part of the movement was also an attack, and so this was his second attack. Now, why is he moving himself towards there? Can you help?
Yeah, he's paid for the spender, the Butcher of Thor, because he gets the 1-inch place, so he's put himself on to the Meter Madmen. Is he going to get it?
Oh, fails! Fails! Wow! Wow! What?
He's not going to get damaged by that at the start of next round.
Yeah. Wow. So one salvage out of that horrific exchange just down there. Amazing. So now Thanos is going to move. He's moving himself with his space gem first. Yeah. And then is going to be within 4 of Malekith to make sure he gets to move him off that point. Ooh, we have another stalwart of the MCP community, Vince Kirkhoff. Hello, Vince. I'm really really awesome that you're here, because I like what you do for the community, and we don't get to interact very much often. So, and I missed you at Adepticon this year somehow. No, wait, no, I did see you. I think I even gave you a hug. So, right, Thanos has moved with his space gem. Then he moved his normal move, and now he's using his second action to punch Beast in the face. Oh, it's a different Vince? Oh, sorry. Well, I like you too, Vince Chan.
It's Vince Chan.
It's Vince Chan.
He's been rocking Malekith recently.
Ah, right on. That's okay, Vince. You don't have to be sorry about not being the Kirkhoff. But if I see you at Adepticon, I'll give you a hug as well. That is a fantastic roll from Thanos. Yikes. That is 6 hits into 1 save. So 5 damage going through. I'd imagine.
And throw if he wants it.
I forget how Beast got a damage on him. Was it from a throw or something?
It was from Star-Lord.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for that. Thanks for the reminder. I got to get to the bottom of this margarita because clearly my my brain's not working very well, so I need some lubrication. Wow. So that's Beast. Beast dazed, which means that is going to be his researcher there. And he's, as we said, moved Malekith off the point and moving Rocket away from Malekith.
I wouldn't be surprised if he moves X-23 as well. This is Thanos just rearranged the whole board. Yeah, here we go.
Oh gosh, yeah, because he got so much power off of punching Beast that he's now moved X-23 as well, just further away from the researcher.
Does feel like Pat's just hung Groot out to dry, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. But wouldn't you? I mean, Broccoli Violet is asking about Blackfire's battle reports. I'm not familiar with Blackfire, so I can't tell you. If anybody else in the chat happens to know. Cool. So we are doing what now? Oh, he's checking 2, I guess, for the damage down there, but Malekith's definitely away from 2. And just checking the chat, see if I missed anything. I think we're all up to date. Very good. Kenny G's in the house. Kenny G's does that wonderful spreadsheet for all the people who are not using Crit Wild out there. Like me. I use Crit Wild a little bit, but I like the spreadsheet better, to be honest. Right, so that is the end of round 1. We're moving into round 2. Pat has scored 4 points, and that is due to being on the researcher and having 2 home traps secured. And Vodkablitz got 2 for his 2 traps. And now Pat is moving the researcher as his reward for securing it and moving it straight back to the evac point. He's going to need those 4 points coming up soon if he needs before Malekith can wipe out all of his support staff. Matt Alex in the house. Matt Alex, I saw him, maybe not gave him a hug, but certainly gave him a hearty handshake, maybe a hug. Matt Alex was a fan, and I was able to see him at Adepticon. So if you haven't figured it out yet, Adepticon's a great place to meet loads of people from the community, and it's a great con. Right, attacking right away. So this would be... I
think this is Malekith into Groot.
Okay. I was going to say, Vodkablitz should have priority, so it'd be his go.
Yeah, 7 dice. He's paid for skulls, I think.
Oh, yes. So he has Domino's ability.
Yeah. And I think he spent 2 power, so that is 7 successful hits with a pierce.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a pierce. Yeah, so effectively 8 against no saves, which means goodbye to Groot. See, Malekith is such a chump. He doesn't do much at all at the table. That's what I hear on the interwebs.
It's a brutal start. But I think Pat has done the kind of secret that he mentioned with Malekith, or that quite a lot of people I know, Dizzard, you said's watching, he's put out a call as well, just trying to limit his effectiveness. If you can cause Malekith to only make 1 attack, you're much happier about life.
Charles bringing up the in some quarters of the meta, the lamentations of RNG on flipping secures. I don't know. I feel like the meta used to be a lot more against pay to flips, and now they become actually quite common. But nonetheless, there's some people out there that really just can't stand having to deal with RNG. Here's Malekith rolling into that trap. Let's see him fail again. No,
Judging by the power,
but barely.
Vodkablitz played for Ferocity then to try and see if he could get into Rocket, but he was a little short.
Right.
But he had an excess of power, so I think it was probably worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Do you think now everybody focuses fire on Malekith to try to take him down?
I think Pat will just move him, Cosmic Portal him again, and then probably Cosmic Portal Rocket away, and then leave Malekith unable to get to anyone next turn, unless Vodka brings someone over, maybe brings X-23 or Storm over at the end to set up the Storm Hop. I think the problem that Vodkablitz has got is currently Thanos is just going last all the time. So anything he sets up, Thanos just unsets up.
In a sense, the priority role is exactly what Pat wanted then, wasn't it?
I think so. Get him Researcher. I mean, I know Pat loves Gamma and Researcher. Okay, so he might
be
so
a range.
Thanos's energy attack pushes and slows. So if you can push and slow Malekith and then Cosmic Portal him, he's really far away. But we've got...
I saw a couple of different arrows. Not sure if he is activating Rocket or Thanos at this stage. We'll have to take a look at the dice.
Yeah. I thought it was Rocket into
Beast. Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's... So 5 from Pat.
Oh,
2.
God.
Yeah, so I think Rocket.
Not the best dice, though. Look at that roll from Pat. Ugh.
Yeah, he doesn't have a wing in it on Rocket either, which is unusual.
Oh, with Death's Decree even, as Gil pointed out. Thank you, Gil. Oh, he's going after Beast. There you go. 3 hits onto Beast.
2 defense from Beast, though, on his weak energy.
Yeah, that was not what Pat wanted to see just then. So, good for Vodkablitz.
Where have all the tokens just gone?
Look at that. Oh, they reset them for some reason.
Yeah, I think something happened. It looked like there was some sort of glitch. The researchers they all just disappeared.
Yeah. All right, so they put it back down, so I think we're okay. On this protocol, Charles mentioning that he just had Vodkablitz on his latest podcast, which I did listen to. It was excellent listen. So if you want to hear a bit about how Vodkablitz developed this roster and what he was hoping to do in the cuts, have a listen to Omnis Protocol. All right, so they've reset the tokens. So currently Vodkablitz owns the bottom 2 and the top right one. And Pat has the top left one.
I think a lot of the focus will be on Malekith, but I will say it's really good to see X-Men in the cuts. I know Fast Nick is playing X-Men as well. It's good to see people doing well with them.
Okay. Not sure who's attacking, but dice are being rolled. Almost a Yahtzee there. Need to roll blank. Come on, roll a blank. Come on, Vodkablitz. Help us out. And it rolls into... Yes! Yes! He wins. He wins. Scoop up and run away, Vodka. You got the Yahtzee. Congratulations.
That this Beast Spender into Thanos?
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
He get
just looking at what it's doing.
Thanos can bleed? Huh. Wow. Okay. So he got a bleed and took 1 point of damage after all that? Good lord. And a push.
Chooses 1. Yeah. Yeah, he gets pushed. And then Beast can take a little wander if he wants afterwards.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm really intrigued to see where he goes with this move.
We got Sploosh in the house. Welcome, Sploosh. He is the winner of NashCon just a couple of weekends ago. And he's also one of the finalists in the Season 8 elimination rounds. So we'll be looking forward to seeing him. No, wait. I'm so sorry. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. He didn't make it. I'm so sorry. But he won NashCon. All right. That's true. Feels bad. I know, Sploosh. I'm sorry. But winning NashCon was no small shakes. I think that was 80 some odd players there. And so that would have been 6 rounds, I guess. Maybe 7. There we go. Everybody in the chat making Sploosh feel better now. With enormous titles.
So Beast is...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Beast is doing his spender again here.
Three hits and 3 saves. No luck. But a bleed. He's passing out those bleeds. And a push. NashCon was a Shark Tank. It was 84 players. I think I got that right. Maybe 82. And full of some of the best players in MCP there, which was fantastic. Fantastic. Now that COVID is letting people come to events again, there is a lot going on. And it's all good. Right, so Beast moved a second time. And is going to try to flip that last trap. Which he does. Again, just barely. Interesting. Gosh, what is going on today? So that means Vodkablitz owning all 4 traps at the moment. And nobody's securing the Researcher. He's got X23 and Storm left. And now Pat is deciding where to put Star-Lord, I'd imagine. Do you feel like you would try to just hammer down Beast and get him off the table and then clean up the traps down that side?
Yeah, Pat's has paid for hit and run here.
Hit and run. Great.
Oh
my goodness. Woo, these dice are not helping. But he has winging at tokens and no saves. So, well, okay. He's rolled 4 hits. Which Beast, just what he needed. Just what he needed. Wow, this game is motoring.
Brutal, isn't it? Absolutely brutal.
So correction on NashCon, there was, let's say 64 players, ultimately. 64 players who were playing. I think the next big convention, if I'm remembering correctly, will not be until... oh, no, it's Nova. There'll be Nova very soon. Or did that happen already? It's sometime in August, so it might have happened. Somebody knows about Nova. But then after Nova, I think it's just the Las Vegas Open. I say, kind of incorrectly, because it's looking to have 200 MCP players coming to it in January, which I just so happy about. That is just crazy. Did you know that, Jonah? 200 players.
I didn't know it was that many. Has it been extended?
So they had 100, which sold out almost immediately. And so then they got permission to sell 100 more. And last time I checked, I think that's where I got the 84 number. I think 84 of those second 100 got sold already. Oh, man. Pat failed to flip the second trap. Good Lord.
I still think he'll be fairly happy with that activation now. He owns that side of the board now, doesn't he?
He does indeed. There's unlikely anybody going to go up there. Right. So Storm is activating now. She's looking to contest the Researcher. Not sure if she's going to stay there or move again. No, she's decided to move again. So she's going to go try to help secure that side of the board. So not leaving it in Pat's control. Right. So I'd imagine this is Rocket now coming up because Thanos will want... Oh, no. Rocket... Now Thanos has to go and X-23 still has to go. That's not great for Pat.
Pat's got 4 power, so he could double Cosmic Portal if he wants. Oh, is he going to attack him?
Yeah, I wonder.
No, he's just spent the 2 for Cosmic Portal.
Yeah. Going to move the boy beast away. Get out of here. All right. And so he's going to move up within 2 of the researcher. I guess the question is then, is he going to be able to move other people out of the way? Yeah, sure enough. So certainly Storm.
I think he's going to probably move Space Gem and then move her onto the roof so we can punch her. And then if he gets enough power, which he probably will, into Storm because she's quite squishy, then look to move X-23 or maybe Rocket.
Interesting. Doing a lot of... I see him... It looks like he's doing some measuring to help prepare himself for next round.
Are they using the clocks here? Can you see, Norbert?
Oh, I tuned them off because I forgot that these are the cut rounds. Let's take a look.
Given how quickly they're playing, I'm sure they have lots of time. Yeah, there we go. Loads of time.
Yeah. So for people to help understand, they only in the cut rounds do we use clocks. But like as Jonah's saying, these guys are playing so fast, I doubt this is going to become an issue. All right, another Cosmic Portal, or whatever it's called, to move Rocket. Is that going to happen? Let me see if I can move these clocks elsewhere. Doesn't look like it.
I wonder if he might be Space Gemming it. No? It looks like he changed his mind. Like he was...
Oops. Gamers Guild in the house. Hello. Welcome. Spray bottle mentality. So spray bottle Malekith so the cat runs away. Is that it? Pat doing loads of measuring. Wow.
Yeah. I think Pat is trying to be in a place to do absolutely all of the things. Okay. So is he trying to hit... Okay, so he could get to Storm without having to Cosmic Portal her.
Not a bad hit. 3 hits so far with a crit. Pat's dice haven't been helping him. That's 3 hits. But she didn't save any, so they go all through. Gives him 3 power, so now he's on 5, which means he's going to very casually move Storm and X-23, very likelihood.
Vodkablitz thinking about using Warpath here.
Aha. Yeah, they haven't used a single card yet, have they? Neither one.
I mean, Deadly Duel and We Are Groot are now irrelevant cards for Pat. He's effectively only got 3 tactics cards.
I don't know about you, but whenever that happens to me, I go ahead and put those cards away so I don't get confused.
Yeah, just flip them.
Flip them. Get rid of them. Right, so that's X-23 being moved away.
So Vodkablitz has decided against using Warpath there.
And the question now is if Storm is doing the same. I'm not. I am. Really interested to see what's happening with Storm. Guess she's going to get into so Starlord can hit her without cover.
Yeah.
Clever.
Vodkablitz has that trap that Star-Lord's on because Pat didn't flip it. I
Yeah.
wonder if he was worried about X-23 moving and then doing the storm hop off Storm onto Star-Lord,
Sure.
perhaps.
All right, so no one's going to own the researcher this time, and that means Vodkablitz is going to get 4 points, making it 6-4.
3, because Pat got that one back off
Oh,
Beast, didn't
I'm
he?
sorry. Beg your pardon. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 5, 5 to 5, 5 to 5.
Yeah.
All right, tied it up. Well, that's okay. Crazy round. Also, I think Starlord's not going to take a damage from that trap up top.
Yes, yeah.
Yep, there it is. He's taking it. And Pat has priority.
Easy decision for his winging it tokens, at least.
Indeed. Question is, who goes first? It's not going to be Thanos. Thanos traditionally goes last. Does he rather to try to take Storm out of the picture? Could lose priority in that case, though. Or does Rocket start blowing up Malekith a bit?
I don't think Pat minds not having priority, though, because Thanos going last is so good. Storm's pretty good against energy, but she also only has 2 wounds left.
Yeah. Yeah, and sure enough, it's Star-Lord into Storm.
He's got it as well.
Yeah, and Thanos. God, Pat is just so clever about his placements all the time. He's always thinking ahead.
I wonder if he'll pay for the spend here. He's got the power for it, which means inevitably he'll roll no wilds. That's what my Star-Lord does.
Doesn't look like he is. Regular attack, but with the extra dice from Thanos.
7 dice going into Storm.
No saves. Ooh, that's 4 hits. I think she's done for.
Oh, she's dead.
Well, dazed anyway. She's dazed. And does he have a power to flip the trap? He does. Let's see if he gets rewarded. Let's see. He does, barely. Again. Oh, God, these are like squeaky bum moments here. Right. That is Vodkablitz getting right in there. He's like, whatever. I'm going to get my kitty and punish you.
Yeah, I think he was looking to see if he could butcher the thoughts there, but he can.
Ooh, Omnis reminded me about Second Wind. Second Wind is another big con that's happening. Oh, I should say 2-day tournament, really, not a con. It's happening in Chicago. 60 or so players are going to be playing MCP there in October. So we have Nova, and then Second Wind, and then I think we're free until January when Las Vegas Open happens. But I could be wrong. Hey, it's the bearded strategist from Germany. Hello, my friend. We need to get that game in. We're gonna try to play in German sometime, Jonah.
Nice. How frequently do you speak German now, Norbert?
Not often enough, is a sad state. Especially with COVID, I didn't get to travel over to Europe very much. So he wanted me to say hello to you as well, if you're not looking at the chat. Some sort of reroll here. Right. So this is Malekith into Rocket, who had no saves. He's waiting. He's got 2 hits, so I guess he's rolling this extra die. Oh no, it's 3, right? If he paid for the crit.
Yeah, if you paid, that'll be a crit. Who's rolling? I wonder if it was Pat deciding whether to use.
It was Vodka. It was Vodka.
Okay. It's got 3 hits, so Pat probably uses his winging it token here.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Woof! This is gonna be big.
Yeah, he keeps him alive.
No! No! Oh, poor Rocket. Malekith just eating up all the support staff. Oh. It's rocket dazed. And Malekith now going to do another movement to the researcher.
Yeah, can he get there though? I think they're gonna have to be very precise here, aren't they? I'm like ducking under, trying to see under the model, like that's
No.
something I can do. I'm like, yeah.
It looks like he can. It looks like he can. Wow. All right. Wow.
I don't think I'll be too concerned about that because he knows he can just move in.
Yeah. So that leaves Thanos and X-23.
Yeah. I think Pat probably tries to do his energy attack and push and slow Malekith. I know Pat has mentioned this as one of his tactics for dealing with Malekith.
What is it? What's the tactic?
So Thanos has an energy attack that pushes and gives out slow.
All right.
So if you can push Malekith and give him slow and then cosmic portal him. But he's attacking X-23 instead, by the look of it.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Which is a little dangerous because she's got healing factor 2, I think. Certainly 1.
She has exceptional healing as well that she can pay for.
Let's see if Pat gets any better luck. A little bit better. 4 hits. No saves, and they are skulls.
So Pat's using his wing in it first.
Got 5 hits then in the end. 5 hits.
Yeah, and then 23 will take her reroll.
1 save. And then, so that's 4. 4 damage. She's got 1 left.
Weirdly perfect for Pat in a way because now she can't exceptional healing.
Why is that?
Exceptional healing reduces the damage to 1.
Oh, I see. Got it. Yeah, I see. So as long as he does 1 now, she's done.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. If she'd been left on 2, she'd exceptional healing the next one and be left alive. So looks like Pat's thinking about what he wants to do here.
Mm-hmm. See, he's pointing at Malekith now, but I'm surely he's not going to punch him.
Seems he's probably quite confident. Yeah, he's doing the energy attack. He's just paid for the extra dice to really hope he gets that wild.
Oh, I see. Okay. So he's paid for his energy attack and extra dice.
Yeah.
Sacrifice is being played. Nice. So that means X-23 is taking this big hit.
Yeah, and it means the Vodkablitz with priority will be exactly where he wants to be.
Nice.
That is a big hit, that poor X-23. This is great level thinking of the next rounds all the time. Play.
Really is.
Does mean that Pat secures the researcher now, though.
It does. And it puts it on the point. So that means he's getting 2 points this round for that and is guaranteed 2 for next round because you can't take that away from the player. Right. And and it's the traps are 2 and 2, aren't they?
Yeah. Pat looks like he is just thinking about a space gem here to get himself a bit further away from Malekith. Yeah, there it is. Just in case. I don't think that's going to help you, Pat.
Right. That is the end of the round. So that should be 3 points to Pat. Oh, there it is. They've done it already. God, these guys are fast. 9-7. 9-7. Anybody's game still. Priority, though, has gone to Vodkablitz, which is the key part here.
As you called, winning the researcher puts it is an effective another 2 points for Pat this round if he wants it, because he just moves it onto the point.
I'm getting nervous that he's not moving it yet, though. What's going on here? Chewie, we believe it was Vodkablitz who got, priority. There we are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Phew. Okay. Didn't forget it. I didn't expect Pat to forget it, but it's very nerve-wracking. And he's moved it slightly left of the research, the evac point. Okay. Malekith jumps into the fray. So I imagine this is a charge.
Yeah, although he's not going to want to throw Thanos, is he? No one to throw him into.
Thanos is taking a fair amount of damage, probably from that bleed as well. He's on 3 hit points. Sorry, he's taken 3 hit points out of his 8. The Malekith attacking into Thanos, who has a winging it token. 5 hits, which means including a pierce.
He's also got the power to pay for both of those skulls.
God. Wow. God. For killing the support staff.
So he spent 3 power, so he's paid forward for 1 as well. Oof, that is 9 successes with a PS.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So effectively 10, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, into 2 plus Thanos' reduction. So he's swinging it.
10 minus 3 is 7 points, and he gets 1 automatically for invulnerability. That's 6 points. Still 6, 7, 8, 9. Too many. So that's Thanos dazed. Big.
Yeah, really big. Brings research back into it for Vodkablitz a lot because Thanos uses cosmic portals on his other side. Interesting. So I think Vodka here is mulling over whether he just tries to kill Rocket or he just goes onto the researcher point and secures that for the round.
Game's about points, though, not about shooting people.
Yeah, he really needs to secure it with someone this turn so that he can move it.
Right. Maybe now is when Pat switches to support staff decimation. Sure enough. That's Star-Lord into Storm. No cover. Yeah, Vince Chan, Malekith went up and one-shotted Thanos. Boom. 1 save from Storm. Good hit from Star-Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and he got a wild.
I think Pat will use his token here, right? Just try and kill her in 1 shot.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, she gone.
Off the table. That means the affiliation ability is off the table as well. So no more hops, no more cover. Somebody mentioned there was only 1 hop in this game so far, and that's where it's going to stand. Just saw here that Matt Alex, New Hampshire, is running a big tournament. 1 day, it seems like. And a bunch of people, including Vodkablitz from Montreal, are coming down for it, which is amazing. All right. Pat, for some reason, deciding to back off. Any ideas there?
Oh, because he's got that trap, doesn't he?
He does. He has both of them now at the top. Maybe he just doesn't want it to be flipped as easily or something. I don't know.
Maybe. I think we have to ask him about that because that's an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think... See, this is an interesting one now. Does Vodka want to kill Rocket and lose Prio next round? Because he can go here, attack with X23 Spender, hopefully kill Rocket, move on to the point maybe and flip it. Is she close enough for that?
Probably.
Though he seems to be measuring out to go towards Star-Lord.
Okay, some dice are being rolled.
Yeah, this is X-23 into poor old Rocket.
4 hits.
With a PS. Does she have a PS on both her attacks?
We've got 1 save. And a crit, though, so let's see. Up, saves into 2. Right, so that's 4 hits into 2 saves, unless there's a pierce involved.
Yeah, she does have a PS. Yeah, so it's 4 into 1. So that should be Rocket. Oh, cover.
Cover.
He gets cover, doesn't he?
He
Yeah, Rocket
always has
gets
cover. Nice one. Right. Thank you, gentlemen. Woo. Right, so he survives on 1 Rocket, and she's decided not to pursue it and go against Star-Lord instead. Interesting.
I think Vodka really wanted to kill Groot with 1 shot then, and then move over to Star-Lord ready for next round.
Sure. You meant Rocket, but yes.
Yes, Rocket, sorry. Poor tree got feraled.
Tree got chopped down a long time ago. Rocket is not going to bother hitting anybody. He's going to be a boss and flip traps because he is the last to go. Smart raccoon. Or is he going to try to shoot? Oh, look at that. Just out of range of X-23. So yeah, he's going to go flip traps. Somebody mentioned about booby traps. Yeah, no booby trap. So he's going to flip the trap. Let's see if he makes it. Fails! Fudge! Oh, fudge. What a bitch. And he's going to place himself just outside of 2 of it so he doesn't take the damage, which he can't afford to do. RNG. All the whack players now are going to be like, see, we were right. Don't play play to flips. Play to flips are like crack. Don't do crack. Right, so that's the end of the turn. And it is 13 points to Vodkablitz's 11. Vodkablitz has the 2 traps at the bottom, and he controls a researcher. So he's very likely going to move it forward.
Yeah, I don't think he'll move it too far. Because he hasn't got the rounds to push it all the way back, but he'll obviously move it off his evac point. It feels like this is going to become a game of murder now.
Mm-hmm. So few characters left, and Vodka has priority. Hey, Omnis, I'm not one of the famous podcasters out there talking about pay to flips. I'm just a humble streamer. I do have a yacht and an in-ground pool from all the streaming that I do. It's true, but it's still humble. I'm still humble. It's the other podcasters who are out there with their hot takes and their pay to flip problems, not me. I'm not more famous than most podcasters. That said, we can always use more subscribers. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, do all the things. I don't know what the things are, but do them all. Because I'm looking to buy some new sports cars, and I need that mad Twitch money. Right. So this is X-23 into Star-Lord. She did not roll terribly well, which is her thing. So that's not good. She's rolling in her crit. Fails that as well. Yikes. 2 hits into 1 save.
4 skulls. That is mean. Okay, so Pat played fallback.
Aha.
A look of it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So
so it moves back before damage. So he'll move back now and then take the damage from the attack. That's super smart by Pat. Round 5 before Pat paid his first tactics card for anyone counting.
Yeah. Well, 2 are off the table. So he's used maybe 3 in some senses. Guy, thank you for offering to join a Patreon. I do not have one. This is strictly for the community and for me having some fun. with the community. So just enjoy it. Sit back and enjoy it. But a subscribe would be great, just because I hear that it helps people find the channel. That's what I've heard other podcasters and streamers say. I don't know if it's true. It's probably true. I do have an OnlyFans, Charles. That's right. I do have an OnlyFans. It's for select customers who enjoy the stream and shirtless streaming. It's not for everybody, but for those who it is for, it's fantastic value.
So X23's got a good attack off this time, or pretty good anyway, into Thanos.
Right, 4 hits including 2 crits. Let's see. That's 6 hits altogether. 6 hits into 3 saves so far. Crits. Oh my god. So 7 into 3, which is effectively 4. So 7 into 4 means 3 damage.
It's into 4. He's got cover.
Oh, he's got cover.
Yeah, so into 4 plus his 1 reduction. Oh, this is why Thanos makes people sad. Look at all those successes, and all he's done is 2 damage.
Just feeding a power. Although he had 10, so that's all right. And flips the trap. All right, so Vodkablitz now owns the bottom 2 traps and the one on the right on the top.
Here we go. This is the big activation.
What does he do?
This is Thanos into Malekith. He's put all the extra dice. So it's going to be an 8 dice energy attack.
Let's see if it's a big one. So. Although the skull counts. Oh, this.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Joe.
I was just going to say no skulls for Malekith on his defense. He has got the wild, so
that spender went off finally. Finally, the thing that you're saying he should be doing happened.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to take credit for it, but it's Pat's own tech.
Right. So that's Malekith slowed 3 damage out of 10. Oh my god! I didn't know he had 10 as well. Oh. Okay.
He should have 8 on that side. He's 10-8, right?
I think he's 10-10.
I thought he was 10-8. I'm just going to check on Crypt Wild that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Crypt Wild. Good app, everybody. That's an app's being improved every day. It's really handy. I wish it had offline cards. I understand. I think that's probably problematic based on how it is designed, but other than that, it's a really nice app to have. It's 10-8, everybody's telling me, Jonah. He's 10-8 at Malekith, so.
I'm just messaging the table judge to let him know it hasn't flipped.
Okay. What hasn't flipped?
Oh, actually, no. He hasn't been injured yet, has he?
Who?
Malekith.
He has not. No,
okay. There we go. So I'm getting myself confused. That's the problem.
Guy, there's probably not a subscribe button because I don't have enough followers, there should be not a subscribe, but like a follow button. So I don't have a subscription thing where you can pay and get like ad frees and stuff like that. But there's a follow thing that'll let you know when I stream. It'll give you a notification that I'm online, so you can do that. But thank you. I have a YouTube channel as well where I archive all this stuff. Warpath is happening. Warpath is happening now.
So Malekith's going to walk back from whence he came.
Nice use of the card.
Yeah, interesting he did it on the first attack rather than the second, though, because Thanos presumably will just pay the 3 and push him right back again. You push him at a different angle now, but...
Maybe that's another question. If you could jot that down. We want to know about... what's his name? Star-Lord backing off into that corner, even though he owned the point. And we want to know about why Vodkablitz used Warpath on the first attack, not the second attack. Charles feels that it's because he doesn't want Thanos running away.
Maybe. He's made that decision much more difficult now, hasn't he?
Interesting. Both players playing top of their game. This is fantastic MCP. Everybody should learn from this. They're both playing great. Both very judicious about their movements, judicious about their card use, judicious about what points they're going after. Fantastic. Pat's looking to, I think he's going to go for points now.
He's going to walk up and just try and flip that when it's contested.
Well, you can move her off and then do it.
He can't. He doesn't have Cosmic Portal on his injured side.
Oh, right. Backside. Yeah. So the Mind Gem that he has only moves himself or his allies. Is that right?
Yeah, Space Gem.
Space Gem. He has Space Gem. No Mind Gem. Okay, there we go. No Mind Gem and no Cosmic Portal on his injured side. So nothing. I have so many friends in the chat today. This is wonderful. It's so nice to see everybody. It's probably because Jonah's here. Nobody comes to see me. I've got no hair. I'm old-ish. Thank you, Jonah. And I'm not very pretty. So, to have anybody show up at all, it's got to be the co-host. That's why I have Huggy Bear. He's dreamy. Everybody says so.
He's very suave, isn't he?
He is. And he's got that accent. I don't have that accent. What am I supposed to do about that? Sploosh is impressed that Thanos has been injured. Sploosh was...
Malekith.
Yeah, Malekith. He wasn't injured. He was Malekith.
Yeah, attacked him with wild abandon, didn't he?
But Sploosh knows all about this. He was playing Malekith at his big NashCon win. I think he played into a lot of Malekith as well. Not tons. They had a fair amount of Malekith, but not crazy amounts. So, but nonetheless. Ooh, Pat throwing his tools around like toys in the pram.
Move Space Jam and try and flip that point.
Yeah, it's all about the points now. Well, he's only 3 points away from winning this. I just realized. Woof.
Yeah.
Chewie's here.
Sorry. It might all be on Rocket to get that bottom one again. Third time I'm asking.
He's got it this time. No problem. No problem. So Malekith is left to go. And Star-Lord and Rocket. What is Malekith going to do?
This is fantastic play by Pat, actually, because he's still got 2 activations. So he's got a flip on at least 1 portal.
People are suggesting that Malekith should pass, actually. But it doesn't look like he will. Guy, you're asking about how to get more Crisis cards. They are in a variety of different character boxes. So if you go to the AMG site and... well, actually, I take that back. Go to mcpdb.com. MCPDB, that's database. And you can look at the team tactics card, or crisis cards rather, and you can when you look at them, it'll say which box number they came in. So it'll say CP 63, CP 10, whatever like that, and that tells you what box it is. And so then you can buy that box. You'll get some characters, you get probably some team tactics cards, and you'll get those crises as well.
Vodka has moved to Butchers of Thor Thanos and was out by the tiniest margin.
Dizzard saying that is why Slow is so strong on Malekith. He was not able to do what he wanted to do. Chewie, it was Vodka who won Prio, and I think we've answered that before for you. So I'd like to know what you're drinking or smoking, and if we can have some. Is that rocket blown up?
I don't understand.
Yeah, I was not following that myself.
What from? Because he double moved, right?
Maybe he tried to flip the trap. I saw him going into rocket, but that's 3 dice that he's throwing, so not sure.
Oh, he's charged Thanos.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's Thanos. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if there's a crit going. No, so 5 hits, including a pierce. Oh, God. um, into 2 saves.
Yeah, Pat hasn't rolled a crit, has he?
No, but
Should have
he's
a crit.
the skull.
Oh,
Skull. Reality
yeah, but
check.
he's only got 3 dice there. Shouldn't there be another dice?
I don't know. Is it energy? I don't know what his energy is. Should be.
Yeah, 3, 3, 4.
Yeah, don't know. And a movement. Boop. So presumably he's going to roll that trap now. Well, people, if you're watching this, I don't know who's going to win, obviously. But ooh, didn't flip the trap. Did not flip the trap. Wow, another fail. Jonah looks perplexed. That is Rocket. Oh, the skull was created from a reroll on the winging it. That's why I didn't crit. Right.
Good.
So, gentlemen, if you haven't seen how to use Malekith or what to do against Malekith, this is the game to watch. I don't think it was anybody's game necessarily until the end. Now Pat's going to look like he's going to win it now, but Pat is, both are very good players. But this is what you need to do if you're playing into Malekith or playing with Malekith. So it's up to Rocket. So right now, Pat owns 2 traps. So Rocket just flipped that last trap. He owns the bottom 2. He owns the top left one. He does not own the top right one. Looks like he's going to try for the researcher. Let's see if he'll be in range for that. Oh, he's just going to do it. He's just screw it. Let's just do it. Yeah, he's in. He's in. So he's going to get 2 for the researcher and 3 for the traps, giving him 5 points. And that's GG. Wow. Man, let's take a look at Chewy wants to know about the time. He's always concerned about the time. He's like Flavor Flav. He needs to know the time, what time it is. All right, Chewy, Flavor Flav. That's the time. They played this game in less than an hour. Boy. And that is not 0, something over 0 to 12. Great game. Jonah, let us jump into their chat and get these questions answered that the people want to know. If anybody in the chat wants to see, answer some questions, please do put them in the chat. All right, Jonah, so we'll see you over. You have to jump into the channel yourself. All right, we're going to go in there now. Man, that was a fun game. Good God, that was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh,
hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Pat and Vodkablitz. I'm sorry, I don't know your real name. That was so much fun to watch. My God, was that a fun game. Thank you to the judges. I see Jazz Sassy Pants, who was the judge tonight. Thank you so much for keeping it a nice, clean game. And thank you to everybody in the chat. Everybody was really interested in this game. Let us start with Vodkablitz. You played great. It was so fun to watch you play. How did you feel about winning priority, though?
I liked my chances. The only scenario combination I wasn't a fan of with Prio was spider portals and hammers. But I think the scenarios, at least like Mutant Madman and Researcher, were favoring me a little, at least on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Because it forced us to play around the Researcher and with only Thanos to control. I liked my odds, but I felt I didn't bring the right tools for this crisis combination.
Oh, that's an intriguing statement. Do you care to tell us about how you would have rather chosen your roster or your team rather with this combination?
Yeah, I think my choice of 4 characters was fine. I liked Beast on both Madman and Researcher, just because he has a cheap throw and can flip traps pretty easily. But I think I made a huge turn 0 mistake by not bringing Midnight Phantasmagoria, especially on Researcher. Just to consolidate and secure the Researcher once. like the turn where it was basically only Malekith and Thanos on a researcher.
Mhm.
Had I been able to use it, it would have saved me 2 up to 4 victory points, probably. So I think that was a big error on my part, but otherwise I'm pretty satisfied with how I played overall.
You should be. It was fantastic. Tell us though, then what made you not take the card? What did you take instead?
I think I was maybe a little too scared of a very tall list. I was thinking maybe uh, as a 5. I think Star-Lord, Angela, and Thanos were the ones that were probably scaring me a little for this setup. Just Angela being super mobile, having access to size 4 throw, readily available, and I think that was probably a mistake on my part.
So you took brace. You saying instead of Phantasmagoria.
I know I took fallback
Oh,
instead of
fallback. Yeah.
Phantasmagoria.
Okay. Um, we remarked, and ask this about Pat as well. We remarked at how few tactics cards were being played this particular game. So Vaka, why don't you start? Why do you feel that was the case?
Uh, just there were a lot of points to contest, and a lot of character like both Beast and Groot died very early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So at least for Pat, it took off Weir Groot and Deadly Duo
Yeah.
off the table pretty quick.
Yep.
And since with the number of characters and how spread out the map was, both Follow Me and Escort to Safety, at least for Pat, I think were harder to play. On my side, exceptional healing since X23 only took damage relatively late in the game. It didn't come in, it wasn't super relevant. Fallback, I think I had a couple good opportunities to use, but I think I should have played it at some point in the game instead of banking it for later.
I think Jonah, you had a question about his use of Warpath.
Yeah, I was interested that you used Warpath on Thanos' first attack. Did you see Pat play to just back off with Thanos, or were you expecting a second attack from him?
I was expecting a second attack, and it also kept me on a researcher, which I think forced him to either go and flip the trap or stay here in contest. Also, from just eyeballing it, I thought I would have been able to use my spender with only a small move, but I was very sliver amount short distance-wise, so
Hmm.
Yeah,
uh,
we commented on
that's yeah,
you were
that's a
so good.
yeah, that's a gamble I took, but have to live with those decisions.
So I guess we know, Pat, did that Warpath change your decisions with Thanos, Pat?
Yeah, definitely. Um, I was thinking about trying to push Malekith twice, and do a bunch of damage to him and limit his retaliation back into me and try and grind him down. And then when he used the Warpath, I realized that was functionally going to be off the table because he was going to get 2 attacks into me no matter what. And then I thought long and hard about my options. And I had a bunch of options that I thought were all quite interesting. I could have tried to take this trap where X23 is at. I could have moved, taken that, and teleported Thanos back to about where Star-Lord is now to contest the Researcher. But with Malekith Spender in his charge, he can easily charge to the trap, attack Thanos, Spender back into Thanos, and go back to the Researcher, or vice versa, right? So that wasn't really going to do anything. I thought about trying to hit him again, but the chances of doing 7 damage were incredibly slim. And so running away and just taking advantage of my VP lead seemed to be the best option at that point.
Yeah.
All right. Another question for you, Vaka. It's for the viewers out there. I feel like you had a very distinct plan about how to deal with the big bad Thanos, which was to go after all his cheerleaders. Is that the case? And do you think that was the right move?
Uh, Absolutely, because I think especially early on with a low amount of power, Malekith isn't able to put as much pressure into Thanos as he can starting from the mid game. Uh, and also being able to go after Groot to not get rooted, not get staggered,
Mm.
uh, and build power easily with his 2 energy defense against my 7 with Pierce. Uh, I think it at least helped me leverage Mutant Madman a little better. And just like starting from around 2 or 3, hopefully, more probably 3, and afterwards go into Thanos and just stop him from portaling my team. I think that was the right call,
Hmm.
but the little micro decisions here and there, and
Where do you think
uh,
things went
yeah,
south for you then? Because it's not obvious from watching the game.
uh, I think it was a bunch of small decisions. Overextending Storm over here on my right side was definitely a mistake.
Hmm.
Um, when I double move her from my left to my right, I think was an error. I should have kept her on left and just uh, help secure the portals and flip characters, like just continuously secure those 2 points off Rocket, or force Thanos to come and see me. But at this point, it's just she's doing what she has to do. Um, I think maybe I was a little too cagey with X-23 early on.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, I think mostly the when I overextended both Beast and Storm was the turning point that set me on the back foot.
Yeah, I can see that. It wasn't easy with Beast particularly vulnerable to energy into a Guardians team.
Yeah, but I think it's a gamble I took. Didn't pay off. And yep, that's it.
Yeah, and Beast is great on this crisis, right? So it's a very defensible pick.
Yeah, I think instead of doing a spender into Star-Lord, I should have just moved, throw him away uh, to secure the point and have power for rerolls.
Maybe one last question, Vodka.
Yeah.
We only saw one X-Men leap in this, which is one of their great abilities. Did you feel like you missed some opportunities there, or is just nothing arose, or what happened? Because that doesn't seem typical.
Yeah, I think it goes with what I was saying earlier, just by overextending 2 of my characters over the board and not keeping them in pairs. I think hurt me both for the X-Men jump and the scenario presence.
Yeah. It's really interesting because when I typically see researcher games, people tend to try their best on the secures the first round and then ignore them and just focus on the researcher. Like everybody piles into the middle, which would have been helpful, I think, for you and your leaps because everybody would be together and so you'd have targets that you could leap off of. But you chose to go after the cheerleaders instead, and so that didn't allow that to happen. So that is an interesting conundrum, maybe that people can think about after they've watched this game.
I
And I had
think,
a similar problem, right? I didn't use
yeah,
my tactics cards because I was spread out doing the same game plan.
yeah. Like also, I think being the one with priority forced me to have to deal with Thanos on a researcher. So I needed to leverage the secures a lot more, at least early on, just in order to keep up that parity of victory
You
points.
also lost
Uh,
Groot super early, right, Pat? Which was 2 of your cards.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, follow me and escort were the close range ones I couldn't use.
We thought that your use of sacrifice was masterful. That was fantastic holding of that card, Vodka.
yeah. I think like being able to take back priority was very important for that.
100%. This game
But
felt
I
like it
was
was
still
about
a
priority.
little, yeah, absolutely. I think I fell a little too far. I was already a little too far behind, and I needed that opportunity to just try and get back into it.
Cool. We'll come back to you after we talk to Pat a little bit, but I just want to mention you played great again. You also come from a very strong meta, the Montreal meta. I understand a bunch of you going down to New Hampshire to play this weekend in real life. So kudos for you guys for making the trip.
Thanks.
Great. So let's turn over to Pat. Pat, let's start with the fact that you got Researcher in your draw and you also lost Priority. That seems like it set you up for success. Is that right?
Well, I would rather have Priority, I think.
Tell us why.
Because, well, I think my secures are better for me than they are for the X-Men. And the pay-to-flips are inconvenient for my team because Rocket is so bad at them, as we saw several times in the game. And Groot is slow and bad at 2 out of 3. So, yeah, if I was going to get an extract, I was happy it was Researcher. But I think on balance, I would have rather have had Priority and been able to play a wider team that still retains Priority, because Priority control, as you mentioned, is very important in this game. And I didn't have it initially, and then for most of the game, I lost it.
Mm-hmm. We saw you trying to make some moves that were, in quotes, suboptimal, perhaps in an attempt to gain Priority.
Yeah, well, I had to make several decisions where it was a choice between killing a character or retaining Priority. Because usually Malekith would go and kill one of my team, right? And then I could either kill one of Vodka's team or not. And I just felt like the game was like, there were so many points being scored and the tempo was so fast. I almost felt like I wanted the short-term advantage every turn of denying him an activation by dazing a character and going last in that turn by having more activations. And that short-term advantage just about held out, although it did make Malekith really hard to deal with, and it ended up putting Thanos in a lot of danger.
Mm. So what was your basic game plan then, going into this match?
The game plan was spread out on points, score the Researcher with Thanos, kill the X-Men, don't worry about Malekith.
Right. So
I think that game plan more or less played out. But Malekith made it very hard for me to ignore him because he got some big hits early, right, that fueled his power well, and Thanos had a rough time against him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a couple of... did you expect to lose Groot like that?
Well, I definitely thought it was a possibility. I didn't mind Vodka going for Groot because it put Malekith so far in the corner, right? And I thought it's acceptable for Groot to die. I don't love it, but I'm going to kill one of his characters and we're going to trade characters, except my big hit is on the Researcher and Malekith's in a corner. Mm-hmm. So I felt like that turn 1 played out well for me, where we exchanged 3 threat models. They both got dazed and they both ended up getting KO'd the next round. But I got a better position advantage and scored more VPs. So I didn't love it, but it was fine. And I mean, it's often going to be the case, right? If you're going last on Researcher, that you're going to score more VPs in turn 1.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say that both of you had the same game plan, which is to wipe out the cheerleaders, except yours then includes a control element via Thanos, and Malekith's is about attrition. So it comes down to 2 characters, one doing control, one doing attrition, and who can do that better. Is that fair, or is that too simple?
I think it's somewhat fair. I kind of think of Thanos as doing the similar thing to Malekith, except Thanos costs 1 point more and has cosmic portals. Because Thanos can also charge forward and kill little guys, just like Malekith can, right? And he was having no problem doing that. But the advantage Thanos has, and the reason he costs more, is he has other modality, or other things he can do instead.
Yeah.
Although, as we saw, he is a less efficient killing machine, right? And he definitely came off worse in the one-on-one fight.
Yeah. Jonah, you had a really interesting question about a crucial move that Pat made late game. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so in round 4, Pat, your Star-Lord killed X-23, I think it was, and then ran away. What was you thinking there? Were you already starting to think about just sit on the points and try and ride out the VPs?
Oh, so this was a situation where I think Star-Lord killed Storm, right?
Oh,
Star-Lord activated with priority. Thanos hadn't activated. He was sitting here next to Malekith or something. And Star-Lord activated with priority, killed Storm and ran back. Was it that one?
Yeah,
yes.
ran to a point that you already owned.
Right. And so it's because of this killing the little guys mentality, right? As Vodka says, he thinks he overextended his characters. I didn't want to do that. I knew my little guys are going to die, but as long as they stay alive, they have so much value in threatening to flip points. And with Star-Lord's hit and run, he can bounce between these 2 points. It's like he's not giving up any actions. If he starts here, he can hit and run and get to here, right? So he's losing no action economy to be on either one, but he's much safer from aggression. And in particular from X-23, who I felt like with the X-Men hop could probably, although maybe the X-Men hop was off the table then. But anyway, I think I felt like if he was on the other trap, then he was in more danger from getting killed by Malekith or X-23. But he could do his job just fine from the back, leveraging his mobility and his range.
I see. So he was... Sorry, Jonah, go ahead.
I was going to say that the Pat bot sent from the future meme, I think, came to reality the next round when X-23 did attack him and you were able to fall back out of her second attack.
Yeah, I was really happy with that. I was giving it up grudgingly because fallback with Thanos was incredibly clutch in this situation where Thanos is standing on this building.
Yeah.
I wanted to use it to save him from Malekith. Was there a round where Malekith dazed Thanos before Thanos activated?
Yes.
Yeah, because Malekith charged, right, and did 1 billion damage and killed Thanos. This was a so I felt a bit sad because I had a clever play here and it didn't get to come up. So never mind. But this was a trap because on average, but, it's Marvel dice, so anything could happen. But I thought Thanos had quite a good chance of surviving with 5 hit points and a winging it token.
Yeah.
And then I had fallback. So I can fall back here and I'm out of line of sight and Malekith can't attack him. And so I'd have been completely safe from Malekith's second action. And then I could have, killed characters, moved Malekith, scored lots of points. And I thought that might have been a game-winning play. But then Malekith just chopped Thanos' head off. So Star-Lord used fallback instead.
That being the case, though, don't forget Rocket saving to 1 hit point at the bottom and getting you to score those bottom traps.
Yes. Oh, Rocket.
Rocket is such a bitch, right? Vodka, tell me about Rocket. What do you think about?
He's fine. I think another, I know some of my friends watching the game pointed out. I think the sacrifice play I did probably was the thing that costed me the game, which I think is a fair observation because even though I would have lost Prio, I would have denied the researcher going back to the end.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Probably would have given me
a lot of DPs.
Yeah, and given me enough tempo to work the attrition.
But if you don't sacrifice, I think Pat hit the wild on that attack, which pushes Malekith, and then he just portals X-23 off anyway because she'd already activated, hadn't she?
No, she'd not activated. That's why I gave up priority. The sacrifice play let Vodka keep priority.
Yeah. And I think that was... Oh, well, it was a super nice running experience. Thank you for the game again, Pat. It was nice playing you.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure.
Everybody, if you haven't heard Vodkablitz's really great interview on the Omnis Protocol podcast, please do listen to it. He did mention at the end that he was hoping to play against either Pat or Morgan, and you got your wish at least. So I'm sure you feel great about that.
Absolutely. A great game. Felt really, pretty tight for most of it. So really grateful just to even make it to the top cuts.
I'm sure you are. Great. Thank you both players for letting us see this amazing game. It was so much fun. And congratulations to Pat. You get to progress into the round of 16, Sweet 16. And Vodkablitz, I hope to see you at a con somewhere soon. If you're going to go to the Adepticon, I hope to see you there.
Unfortunately not, but I'll be attending LVO this year.
Another great con. All right. Everybody in the chat, thanks for watching. It was really great having you along. And most thankful to Jonah for stepping in the co-hosting chair tonight. Thank you, my friend. Great to have you as well. Nothing? You gone?
No, I'm here. You hear me?
No, I didn't hear you say anything.
I said thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. All right, everybody, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're streaming tomorrow evening, London time at 7 p.m. for another round of 13 match. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.